What's up, everybody? How are you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. I am. It's kind of gloomy out here, and I was catching up on some rest, and I was watching my little TV shows, and it got me thinking about some stuff that I couldn't really ignore. But I think about how common this is and how I've already kind of hit on the subject before about health and cancer and how it's the hustle. And shout out to everybody joining me right now. I appreciate all of your support. We are in medical apartheid. Let's be clear, you're at war. So specifically, that's what we're dealing with as black people. But a gag-worthy moment I saw on TV, I was watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it was a scene where Greg, Nene's husband, is sick. Thank you so much for the compliment on my hair, girl, okay? She did her thing. Shout out to Ashley Sparrow. Y'all follow her on Instagram, Ashley M. Sparrow. She specializes in indigenous styles for us. I love my new hairstyle. I feel very royal. So back to what I was saying about Greg. So Greg is sick. He just recently was diagnosed with colon cancer. They took out most of his colon. And so he calls a vigil and calls his support group and family members together. They show the scene where Nene Leakes, they got this badass house, okay? It's dope as hell. Greg all nice in his pajamas looking like a royal king. And Nene's getting his medication together. She's like, okay, Greg, you got people here to visit you. I'm getting your, meds together. And she got a whole big bowl of medication for him. Bless his heart. So come to find out, he got diagnosed with colon cancer, and he just had the surgery where they took out most of the cancer, and took out most of his colon. And so he go downstairs with his family and friends, and they have this prayer vigil. And after they got finished praying, Greg says, and one of the hardest things that he ever had to do was to write his wife a note just in case he didn't come out of surgery, and he broke down crying. And it touched us all. You all choked up. And so in the same breath he goes, and I know that I'm going to kick cancer in the ass. Now, let's stop right there. All this, you going to fight cancer stuff, and you going to kick cancer in the ass and fuck cancer? Honey, you not strong enough. You do not have the resources nor the tools to fight against a war that you don't even know you in. Let's have this conversation, y'all, because all of this rah-rah, this bark and bite y'all got for these illnesses, when y'all get together with y'all family, praying and carrying on, who are y'all scaring exactly? You're not scaring no doctors. You're not scaring no enemy. White supremacy has won. You signed your mama up, your auntie up. You got all the pills. All of this money that Nene and Greg is making, you don't have wealth. When you don't have your health, you don't have no fucking money. They make sure what is more valuable than a dead Negro? A sick one. So who are y'all exactly saying fuck you? Who you cussing out? When you go cussing cancer out, who are you cussing out? Because all of this fuck cancer, and you not saying fuck the foods that cause cancer, you all bark and no bite, black people, and we do that a lot. Like we march and carrying on and all of this. We do the emotionalism, John Lewison, and I shed blood, but you can't tell me about the black agenda. All you have is emotionalism, and we need to quit falling for this emotionalism and realize that fuck all these tears. What are you gonna do? No, what are you gonna do about cancer? Do you know how to take your body from an acidic state to an alkaline state or not? Because that's the only way you're gonna win against cancer and all of these illnesses. It is so sad to see y'all come together. This is why I don't talk to my goofy ass family in Birmingham right now. They sick, they full of sickness. But they want me to come and participate in these dry ass, dusty ass, goofy ass get-togethers where we finna pray and eat the foods that put us in that goddamn position to why we got to come together in the first place over your sick dumb ass. I don't play those type of games anymore. No ma'am and no sir. All of this hollering and screaming to cancer, you marching in the streets and protesting, who, as Dr. Neely Fuller said, protesting is ineffective. Who are you marching? Where are you marching to? And who are you marching to? Who are you telling? Who are you telling? All of this ineffective shit that we doing, and we will seriously be sitting up here saying fuck cancer. I seen y'all posting fuck cancer so much, and I ain't seen not one natural remedy about reversing cancer yet. I haven't seen not one, so don't ask me to copy paste and observe in awareness. No, I told y'all about that already. The Susan G. Komen hustle, the cancer marching, just marching your way to the death, the beat of the death drum. That's where you're going towards your slaughter with this cancer thing. And you think I'm gonna play games while y'all eating cookies and sugar and all the acid, talking about you raising awareness, and nobody has shared a post about how you can reverse the disease. It's sick, it's silly, it's sad, but it's the indicator of people that are completely dominated and totally delusional. I still have people talking about fuck cancer on my timeline. Don't you dare say fuck cancer again unless you about to post the herbs, the remedies, and what is necessary to reverse it. It's too much information out here now, y'all. We don't, the pity card is over. No more pity card, guys. And that's what we're looking for. See, black people, we're okay with pity. All of that, and see, the real deep psychology into this shit that nobody wants to admit is that what's so sad is that a lot of us, even if they were told this stuff, you got the information, Greg and Nene and all of this stuff. You got internet, you got all of the things you need to reverse any disease you have. But people want to be sick. What? Somebody, I just lost my husband, I just lost my wife, I just lost my... What you mean? Yeah. I'm telling you, we need to go to the depths of this thing. See, y'all like to play. Y'all like to get that sympathy. Y'all like to lay up in the hospitals pitiful. There's no fucking way in the world I wouldn't even take a cup of water from a fucking doctor in a white coat in a hospital. You couldn't pay me to even go in there. If they gave me a diagnosis, and I said this in the book, if you're ever given a diagnosis, a cancer diagnosis, these are the three things you should do. You should say thank you. You should turn around, never go back again. And the third thing you should do is seek a natural path. Your chances of survival and quality of life will be 1,000 times greater. I promise you. So the first thing we do wrong is we keep talking to they crazy, evil asses. Why are you even in there? Like, don't you know it's just a game to pull as much money from you as possible? We see these millionaires, and they don't know about a $14.50 herb, sarsaparilla, that I talked about the other day. They don't know about alfalfa. They don't know about turmeric. They don't know about ginger or any other things that are anti-inflammatory. They don't know about your body being in an acidic state because they sit up there eating all the same dumbass nigga shit that put you in the hospital. But you got all the money to get all of the fresh fruits and vegetables that you can get. I mean, but what causes us to choose our demise? When you have been psychologically brainwashed to kill yourself from your Jesus, the way you worship, the way you see yourself, when they cut you from source, that's why that religion, that's why it was dangerous. You can't even find your head from your ass. It's just that simple. But you think you're conditioned to believe you gotta suffer. You don't think you can just reverse cancer just like that. You don't think you can lose weight. You don't think you can reverse illnesses just like that. You think it takes thousands and thousands of dollars. I see people make this so hard. And that's why I'm like, all this bark about fuck cancer and defeating the enemy. That's why I used to laugh at the Christians long ago when I was growing up in Birmingham. I'm like, what is this? Y'all soldiers in the army of the Lord. And I'm like, the devil just laughing at y'all like, look, I'm glad y'all Christians is sick, but I can't really take the credit for it. Because y'all doing it to your goddamn self. I mean, I know the devil gets blamed for a lot, and he really sitting in there with y'all in the church during the sick and shut in and testimony service and listening at how much y'all blame on him. And he's just like, well, this ain't really me, but okay. You know, I mean, we not taking responsibility for shit, but these Christian soldiers, they frothing at the mouth, crying and begging and pleading to who they still don't even know. Because again, if you talking and you praying in the name of Jesus, you know, that's a null and void prayer, because that's an entity that doesn't exist. Okay? We need to get very clear about that shit. We don't like to talk plain and just say what it is. Okay, yeah, okay, you got bamboos. Okay, yes, Caesar Borgia. This is an image. It was made up. It was a Council of Nicaea. These motherfuckers put together an image. They done took over the whole world with an image, called it Jesus, and it was really, it came from the African spiritual systems. It was a knockoff. They lied. I mean, I just gave you the Cliff Notes version. But you're supposed to do your research yourself. TD Jakes know this. Creflo Dollar know this. Your pastors know this. Even white supremacists know this. They know your original spiritual systems, but you don't know it. You think that the Asians, you're giving the Asians all the credit for holistic healing, but you don't understand that we've been healing ourselves from the bush. There, you were always a root woman. And we have gotten so pathetic and sad. I'm sitting up here looking at Nene Leak's son, Brent, and his daddy about to die of colon cancer. And Brent is just as fat as fuck. This, that generation nothingness of these chicken nugget body children that's spoiled out. You can't call them spoiled. See, when you're spoiled, you're giving an advantage. You are not spoiling your children by not allowing and not making them disciplined. You are not spoiling your children by letting them drink all this drink and Coke and pop and pizza, ordering Uber Eats every day, eating nothing but high fructose corn syrup, all of this damn milk and meat. It's like you not spoiling your kids. You think you spoiling your kids by setting them up for a surgery. They skin looking terrible. Brent, he already sick. I already know he got health issues. I think it's asthma. Of course, because you eating so many mucus forming foods. He did. I'm sure he ain't breastfeed. We just look like swollen cattle and swine ready to be slaughtered out here. This is what we look like. And we driving in Range Rovers. Like, you see what I'm saying? And got $500 hairdos. You got on $25,000 shoes and bags, but your husband about to die because you don't know about a $15 herb. That don't sound like you won to me. That sounds like you got duped. That sounds like people that don't know what wealth really is. If you got all that money and you don't even know how to reverse the common cold, I couldn't even enjoy the damn, I can't watch regular TV. I mean, the way I see life, I see stuff that everybody else misses, right? Especially when it comes to this health thing and how we play ourselves. I've seen a lot of my family members get together and pray over family members' beds in the hospital, haven't you? And that family member still die. Who are you scaring when you come together talking about fuck cancer and talking about we gonna beat this and I'm gonna beat you, cancer? No, you not. Cancer's gonna take you out. So what you need to do is go ahead and get your house in order. Get your house in order. The way I looked at Greg, he already looks dead. We just lost Roy Hargrove, a jazz legend, trumpeter, arranger, composer. We lost him. You know, people, health is the great equalizer. You can't play with this thing. I was talking to one of my Uber drivers the other day, a sister. Shout out to you, sis. She told me about how her brother had just died. He was on a cruise with his wife. They was on a vacation in Egypt. And he died of a heart attack. He wasn't nothing but 49 years old. When we gonna stop playing? Y'all don't even get to go to 50 anymore. Haven't you noticed? And you already are suffering health issues. It's like our standard for good health is just as long as we don't look like the 600-pound lady on TLC. Like y'all feel like y'all can't accept the fact that you're obese right now and you're out of shape and you're unhealthy right now. You think you're waiting on the cancer diagnosis. You're waiting. Oh, and y'all don't know how this stuff comes up. It can be an aneurysm, baby. You don't get to play with health and choose how it gets to wake you up and give you your wake-up call. You don't get to choose how it does that. And you keep playing and playing and playing and putting it out. Oh, I'm going to detox. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Because you got such a low standard of health anyway. You looking at all these old fat-ass saints praying over issues. You haven't seen nobody with abs, no cut bodies, no nice waistlines. Nobody's running triathlons. Nobody's running marathons. Nobody's doing anything like that. Swimming, dancing, doing cardio, detoxing. But everybody swearing that they do. And lying. Deluding themselves. And that's why. And you think you're going to play Russian roulette with your health. Like health is just going to give you a little light scare at first. You keep pushing. You keep pushing. And you think nature is not nature. It's just like we do with our men, ladies. We keep acting a fool, creating an environment of a toxic environment and no communication. We arguing, bringing him no peace. We don't have peace. You keep creating that environment and something's going to happen. You may not like what it is, but that's just the nature. It's inevitable. There's a cause and effect for everything. So if you keep pushing and pushing and you keep ordering that food, you keep eating, you keep putting off and procrastinating that workout, that detox, reading that chapter, because we're lazy. We don't want to read. We don't like to read. We don't want to read. So yeah, I see a lot of us, we a lot of bark but no bite. And so for people that want to stop playing, you know you just had a health scare. And if you don't want to push the envelope, let's cut this out. Share this video because you know your family members, you're going to lose more family members this holiday season due to shit that you could have reversed easily. And that's the shame of it all. And we will have these same vigils, these prayer vigils talking about fuck cancer and we're going to beat it. You're not going to beat anything unless you have the tools and resources to do so. Okay? Because we deluding ourselves politically and economically. You cannot beat anybody if you're still depending on them to give you your money. And you can't beat nobody with a hug if they bashing you over the head and they bringing guns to the fucking fight. So we got to have the right resources to beat these things, or else it's just more emotionalism. More fake outrage and more attention seeking. That's what this is, guys. We want that pity card. If we can't get our independence, if we can't get justice in this system as black people, now we just programmed to whine and get some sympathy. If I can't get justice, I'll get sympathy. Y'all watch this. This is the psychosis of a slave. You're so downtrodden and disempowered. You rather get pity than to have power. So I'm going to leave it there. I'll post the information for detoxes if you want that information. But let's stop fucking around talking about fuck cancer. Fuck being lazy and not doing anything about it.